Hello, hello. This is a test. Hopefully, it's a good test. Testes. Testes. any closer at all.
Hey,
Hey,
not going yet.
what do you mean not going yet?
In a moment.
Are we live? Are we live? Is this thing on?
Oh, it's live.
Can you hear me?
Can you? I can hear you.
Would you do me?
Hey, Chris, why is this camera flashing
Because it's
red?
recording, you dingle.
No, because it's not recording. It's streaming.
That's still the same thing, though.
Is
It's
it?
live.
Yeah, see?
It's live.
That means it's on. Now we're recording.
Oh, well, sweet. What is this? Is this a tauntaun thingy?
No, it's from D&D.
Oh,
It's a
I can't see the
dragon's den.
chat. Can you guys see the chat?
no. What is the? Well, yeah, I mean, yes, I could find it. But
There it is.
Is there people in the chat? Is this
Yeah.
a new May the 4th be with you hat?
Yeah, from this year.
Spelled
little-
collar with a single L.
Little
'cause I'm-
tiny with your big old head.
The fuck you
Bro,
talking
have you
about?
seen my head?
Fuck you talking about?
Dustin
It looks
Riley
perfect on
says,
me.
"Go Tony."
Dustin Riley, that is my daughter's boyfriend. Here, put that on your head.
I don't want to.
Put that on
Here,
your
put
head.
it over my.
Piper
put it over-
Telez says, "Woohoo!"
Yeah, it's like massive. Look at that thing. It's giant.
You do have. I have a big head.
I've got a monstrous noggin.
A lot of times with snapback hats, I have to put
I
them.
can't
on the,
even wear snapback hats.
Yeah, I'm lucky. Some
Drives me crazy.
I have to put them on the very last one and then like tape them so they don't
Tape
come undone.
We got to figure out your fitted hat size and never buy you snapback hats ever again.
I hate fitted hats because I never get them right and they don't feel comfortable. You know.
That's weird.
So I prefer snapbacks.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Popcorn Tribunal. Hello, everybody.
Oh wait, were we live that whole time?
Yeah. I don't think we were.
There we go.
We were because my daughter was chatting and my boyfriend.
Hopefully they couldn't hear that conversation.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they could.
Somebody has the coolest Mustang. What?
Oh, yeah, he thinks he has this really cool Mustang. Because he's a welder that wears steel-toed shoes all the time.
Gotta check out Chris's car.
And he drives his car really fast. No, it's very cool. And then my 20-year-old is in chat. His name is Silent. That is Avery. Probably currently my best employee, believe it or not.
Until you hire me.
He's doing a burnout at your house, is what he said.
Dustin is doing a burnout at my house. No,
Yeah.
he's not. He just fixed his clutch. He better not be doing burnouts.
Oh, smoke the clutch.
Yeah. Well, it's a Ford. What do you expect?
Hey now.
Oh. What do you
Shots
mean?
fired.
You're a Mopar guy. Oh, you do drive. You do have two
I'm a Mopar
Fords.
guy who also owns like 3 GM cars
Yeah.
and 2 British cars, but you know,
You also have two Fords. Yeah. And a Nissan.
and a Nissan.
You're saying you have a lot of cars.
Yeah.
I've been a Chevy guy as of late. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 Chevys
Yeah.
in a row.
Mopar sucks. Hey, it's a 69 Dodge Corvette, not a new
That's true.
Mopar.
That's
There goes
true.
our Mopar
Classic
sponsor.
Mopar.
All right. Well, there goes our Dodge sponsorship. Damn.
Chevy, hit us up though.
Hey, speaking of sponsorships and new partners and things of that sort,
Yes.
this season has been so great. So we have NordPass.
Yes.
That is our partner now. NordPass.
Love them.
We have NordVPN, which is obviously a family member of the NordPass family.
Also love them.
We are also partnered with Lego. What?
Yeah.
What about Ego?
Lego? Ego turned us down. Mrs. Butterworth told him the story, so
Oof.
yeah, I know.
Chris is never getting away from that one.
Never.
Racist. It's
Never.
very racist.
What? She's not brown. The syrup is brown.
Oh,
That's what
dear
makes
God.
her brown.
I'm muting my mic for 2 seconds.
Yeah, good. Good. You're gonna get me in trouble.
I don't think that wasn't Mrs. Butterworth that had that controversy though. Was
No,
it?
that was Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
There we go.
And for good reason.
And for great reason. Yes.
Mrs. Butterworth, I don't think there's ever been anything.
Correct. No.
Except for that tape that leaked. Again, Chris will never say that.
Silent, so racist.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mrs. Butterworth
So
and
there's
Donald Trump.
A
doing
silent
that thing.
person wondering whose studio this is.
So Silent is Avery, my 20-year-old son.
Oh,
So
got
go ahead, put your dome up on the screen and say, "This is my studio."
my studio.
There
built
it is.
Built
There
it
is.
by hand.
Kind of.
So, okay. And then just yesterday,
Yes.
I got an email from a company in the UK for all of our UK listeners, Guardian PC. So Guardian PC is popular in the UK because I don't want to say they sell you gaming computers on layaway, right? What they do basically is they build these amazing gaming computers, and then they finance them for you, so you don't have to pay £3,000 out of pocket.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, £3,000. I know that. I looked it up.
It's a lot of pound.
Speaking of pounding,
oh wait, where is it? No.
that's you missed it.
The gimmick of a soundboard kind of loses it.
Live podcasting, people. Live podcasting. No, but Guardian PC right now, they finance your purchase, and you can purchase your computer through their website. It's really cool. I just tweeted our link today, so go ahead and check it out.
If you live in the UK.
If you live in the UK, hopefully we can get them to come stateside.
Or if you live in the States, just check it out. Anyways, I did.
Yeah. But Guardian PC, pretty stoked about that. That's all part of the gaming portion of the podcast.
They look
from this
sick.
season.
I wish I lived in the UK so I could.
Oh, and then literally,
Get a PC
as I
from them.
walked in, we got an email from a company called, where's my email? Fat Brain Toys, and they want to partner up.
Instantly excited when the word toys is included.
I
What
don't
am
think
I
it's-
getting?
It's not that kind of toys. Fat Brain Toys is a retailer and developer of specialty toys, games, and gifts.
Love it.
They stock over 7,000 high-quality products. Most of them are shipped the same day. This includes erector sets,
Oh my God.
Or
On that, I'm
there
gonna go
goes.
check the coffee while you're being
educational
childish.
toys, science
That's
projects,
sponsorship.
games, puzzles, and much, much more.
That's cool.
Very cool. So check out the partners page at popcorntribunal.com. That'll give you kind of an idea of who our partners are and show our partners some love. So yeah, absolutely. We're pretty stoked about this season. It's
What a fun episode when they send us a bunch of like brain toys to learn with and we can't figure them out.
this
'cause
is
we're
my
idiots.
coffee cup and it is empty. There are many coffee cups like it, but hopefully soon it will be full.
With Tony's last minute
Oh my
diva
God!
request
I
that producer
had a
Chris make him
long
coffee.
day today, and I was I'm thinking of letting Blaha drive home. We carpooled because I am fucking tired. I am bushwhacked.
Producer Chris, who already puts his heart and soul into this show, and then 5 minutes before he gets here, gets a
right.
text from Tony screaming at his Siri to ask Chris to make him some coffee. And then you had the audacity to give the man shit when he had a typo.
That's true.
He was like, "Don't worry, friend, I'll make you your coffee." And there was a small typo, and you made fun of him. You piece of shit.
Well, it wasn't a typo. I couldn't understand what it. What?
Who had a typo?
Nobody.
There's your cream.
There's my cream.
Oh my goodness. This is the first time I'm trying
Oh, what
coffee
blend?
dudes
What is
coffee.
this?
Not a
Ethiopian?
blend. I don't do blends.
Sorry. What is this?
This is Colombian. That's all I had.
Colombian.
Everything else is over at the shop because it might be okay.
Oh, so good.
It's been a while since I used this maker, so we'll see.
I'm sure it will be great. And I just need some cream so I can drink it quickly. Yep, I'm glad I did that. That would have sucked.
Boom.
Thank you.
It's very hot. Oh yeah, that probably not the best glass to give you.
Tony, cream.
Yeah, but
me.
I'm doing it right. See?
Just don't set it down on that. Let me get you.
Cream me,
You're
baby.
good. You're good. I got it.
You got it? I just don't.
Here,
want,
you take it. I got to
Okay.
do something real quick.
Okay.
Just didn't want it to get all over the table afterwards.
So, have you purchased anything from our partner Lego recently?
I haven't, but my mom
you gotta,
did.
You got to kind of pour
Yeah.
there.
Or
Yeah.
stuff I could have given you guys for that.
Oh yeah, I spilled a little bit. There it goes.
I-
Chris, I'm so
I
sorry.
didn't spill. He spilled.
Okay,
Electrical, directly under you.
I
Hey,
still have a much better record than Tyler, right?
Piper
So-
it's true. Piper just texted me and said, "Why are you ignoring my chats?" I don't have chat up. Producer Chris has chat up,
Who's currently working as a barista.
and he is currently getting
I
me a
appreciate
cup
you.
of coffee.
Chris,
I
you're a
appreciate.
beautiful man,
Well, you know.
inside and out.
And I am currently trying to order dinner for Tristan.
Good thing we went live.
Yeah, right.
Good thing we didn't delay this by like 10 minutes or something.
Avery goes, someone doesn't know how streaming works. Yeah, so
I'm back.
no, but I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, Tristan was asleep when I left, but he knew I was coming, so it's not like he was.
Oh yeah, that's hot, baby.
Yeah, it is very
That's hot.
much
I'm gonna
so.
give that a second. That smells incredible, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
For anyone who's watching that loves coffee, coffeedudescoffee.com. Just hit
I
it up.
actually put it in the chat earlier.
It's in the chat, but also easy enough to type. Just
Ooh.
hit it up. Chris has been making incredible coffee for years now.
30 years, actually.
Hey.
Some say decades.
Some said decades. Hey, Chris, can you tell the guys here about our buddies over at Pup and the Pepper?
Momentarily, I'm pouring my own coffee.
Okay, so Pup and the Pepper, not a sponsor, not a real partner, but we call them a partner because we love them. So some friends of ours, Chris and I don't think Blaha has ever met them.
Nope.
But
and you still haven't given me any of their products.
They
gonna
are
spill it again.
talented. Am I spilling? Did I spill?
I don't know.
you
That's the worst cup.
Dude, this is the weirdest thing that you gave me for cream.
I just
See,
grabbed an espresso.
This is what I was saying
Glass.
when
I don't think I spilled. I did not spill. Yes.
if the people at Fat Brain Toys want to send us like brain toys to work with, this is proof that we're not going to be able
Tony's
to fucking
gonna
do
win.
It.
I didn't spill.
if you poured
You
it
did.
faster,
Look,
No,
it's
I
right, I'm
didn't.
cleaning up after you
if
right
you
now.
poured it faster, it'd be fine.
Shut
You're
it.
trying to pour it slow to be
Shut
careful,
it.
which makes it run down.
So you're
the
saying
side.
I should just dunk it?
No, I'm not saying that. Please
No,
don't
Chris
do
is
that.
saying that. Chris is smarter than both of us.
Chris is smarter than both of us. You are correct.
Well, you know.
Oh my God, he's right. He's right.
If you pour it faster, yes.
I just let go of my fear. It's
Dunk
like
it.
it's like Top Gun Maverick.
Hey, Piper, will you tell your boyfriend he's an idiot? He just
Wow.
texted me and asked if I wanted to play Call of Duty. He's a good kid though.
Again, thank God we went live for all this.
It's gonna be a difficult day when I have to disown my daughter because she broke up with Dustin and I like him more than her.
I'm going to just swap over and play Grand Theft Auto now. Yes, have fun.
Yeah. Okay, so Pup and the Pepper.
Yes.
Ryan and his partner, husband are amazing, and they make this amazing product that you can find at pupandthepepper.com. There's great retailers list there. They're sold in bougie shops and well worth the trip. Love it. So definitely go check them out and get some of their product. Eleanor's Everything Sauce. So good.
No, Piper, the coffee is never free. I will make him pay for it. Not with money.
Oh.
Sexual favors?
Uh-oh.
You did give me nut milk.
That's called popcorn
Why,
after dark.
why can't I ever order on this
So-
stupid Subway app? It always says generic card order.
If you visit our Patreon, that's patreon.com/popcorn tribunal, there'll be an option that says popcorn after dark. And that is where you get to see how Chris makes us pay for the coffee.
That doesn't
And that's why we
exist,
have
by
3
the way.
cameras set up in here.
Oh yeah.
It's not so much for the stream.
You
but
can't see, but off behind the cameras there's some tarps, a little bit of a
Good
hazmat
Lord.
suit. Sometimes we kind of do like movie recreations. I think this week's is Breaking Bad.
Can I be Gus?
Okay.
Ooh, what's gonna happen to half your face?
Just trying to feed my kid. I apologize. Okay. So today's episode
Yes, of Popcorn Tribunal,
of Popcorn Tribunal,
Mm-hmm.
popcorntribunal.com,
sponsored by.
all of our partners at partners on our website, and then
really
Coffee
thought
Dudes
you were gonna
Coffee.
spill
I'm
that
so
on
excited
yourself.
for this. I will not spill it.
He
I will
dribbles.
not-
He famously dribbles.
It is incredible, Chris. I'll tell you. Usually, if I do drink coffee, I usually put a ton of milk and sugar in it. But this is great. I love
the
this as
almond
it is
milk
right
was
now.
perfect. It just cooled it down enough that I can drink it.
It's all my
I don't-
sweet love.
I don't like what?
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 Yep.
Oh, hey, I had to tell Blaha about cum trees on the way up here.
Oh yeah, okay. I truly didn't believe that was a real thing you were telling me, but I
It
did
is.
Google it while you were talking
It
about
is a
it.
thing, man. They smell like it smells like cum.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry,
man.
Mom.
Get
think
on
my-
YouTube and search for Michelin Webb. Was it Queen Victoria or something like that?
I love Mitchell and Webb.
Where I think, what is it? There's some royal thing happening, and she keeps
I hope
talking
to
about
God
how
he has his face on the screen when he's talking. Otherwise, it's just you and
It's
me
just
looking
us staring at him.
him.
We need to have permanent Chris cam up there. Chris, you're part of the action.
Well, Yes, I am.
You're part of the team. We love you. And he is the star of Popcorn After Dark again.
Yes, the ball gag makes
Tony
it so
and
worth
I
it.
don't sell that kind of content.
Well, search for that because there's this whole scene where it's like Queen Victoria or whatever, and she's writing, everything looks very regal, and she keeps talking about how all the trees smell like cum. Like, you can't say that. You're the queen.
We did on the way here. We drive through a lot of farmland to get here. Indiana is 99%
hilly
fields,
farmland,
hilly
yes.
farmland. And
Sometimes frightening how fast I'm going, and there's a hill.
yeah,
Yes.
well, it's always a joy. And this time I looked at Tony and was like, there's occasionally we're driving by and it smells like someone in this car has pissed themselves.
Yes.
And he just looks me dead in the eyes and goes, it's cum trees. Don't worry about it. And just didn't explain it to me.
You're just driving through Perkinsville.
Huh?
What?
Thought you were driving through Perkinsville
Where
or
people
something.
piss themselves?
No.
Maybe.
He didn't explain it to me. He just said, oh, yeah, they're cum trees.
Cum
and that
trees.
was all he said. I had to Google it, and then he told me about it a little
The
bit.
sweet, sweet smell.
The sweet, sweet smell. You know
Anyways.
what? Well, the interesting thing is the first time our friend told us that they called them cum trees. I was like, why do you call them cum trees?
I hate it.
Nothing about the tree looks like. Oh, wait a second. And then I was like, but I've never really noticed that cum has a smell. And she's like, you've never
Oh
had
my
it this
God.
close to your face. And I was like, yep, that's enough. Moving on.
Sponsored by Lego.
Yeah, sponsored by Lego, right?
Someone from Gladiator PC is watching right now and is like, shit.
We were sponsored by Lego.
They clinched up a little bit when Chris mentioned the Queen.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So this is a movie podcast, not a botany
Well, I mean,
podcast.
technically we talk about video games
That's
and other
true.
stuff too. So,
We do movie and video game nudes.
it is now time for the nudes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm going to record some music for this at some point.
I thought you had a point where you were going to write some nudes.
Yeah, I've been a tad
News.
bit busy.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. And sudden stop. There we
We're
go.
not going to be cheering for long when you tell the story you just told me, though.
I shut the door on
Which
all of them.
one?
The Dolph Lundgren one.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm real bummed about that.
Okay, so today's movie news is brought to you by ScreenRant.com. Oh,
Do
also,
they sponsor us?
by the way, I want to give a shout out to the Flick Pick.
Oh, yeah, he was so cool.
At the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This guy's got a really big following on YouTube, TikTok. Nicest guy ever. So go check out the Flick Pick. We shouted him out on our Twitter. Really good dude. He also does some great reviews. He does like some quick 3-minute reviews on TikTok, and just a good dude. Check him out, the Flick Pick.
We shouted out a man who has 3 times our size.
That's all right.
No, he was really nice, though. If you're watching this, you were super cool.
Hey, he followed us on Twitter.
He did, yeah, I did. I enjoyed meeting
So-
you. You were very nice.
Yeah.
It's weird, Tony. Nobody can see your eyes. It's just like a solid black bar over your eyes.
Oh,
You're
because
gonna
I'm
have
doing
it a little
that?
bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll try and look up. Do you want me to turn my hat around? Like,
Now I need to get more lights in here, apparently.
Oh, now you look like a member
I
of the
know,
Counting
right?
Crow.
I'm going to get one of those like round glow light thingies and just put it directly in front of you.
Okay, so a couple things. First of all, Dolph Lundgren, keep him in your prayers. Recently announced he does have cancer. He's currently undergoing cancer treatments. Fuck cancer. Yeah.
I love Dolph.
I'm really intrigued. I've seen the new trailer for Oppenheimer. I saw the original trailer for Oppenheimer. I am a Christopher Nolan stan. I love
Yeah.
that man. Everything that he does, almost a perfect movie. I plan on Oppenheimer being a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Every actor that has come out of that movie for Oppenheimer says that it is the best script that they've ever read.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm really, really stoked.
I'm
about that.
very excited for that movie.
One thing that I am not very stoked about is the new Rise of the Beast Transformers movie. And here's why. So first of all, I was excited. Another Transformers movie. It doesn't have Mark Wahlberg in it. It doesn't have Megan Fox in it, right? Maybe they'll tell like a real like Transformers story. And they are, but it's going to be from 1994.
Which is when Beast Wars came out, I think, right?
Yeah. So I'm a little disappointed
kinda
in
fun,
that. I'm sure I'll probably still go see the movie and enjoy it, but
We'll definitely go see it.
yeah. Well, I'm sure we will.
Oh, it just got told the editing is dookie on what?
On what?
Who we fight?
Piper just said the editing is dookie. Must be about. Oh,
Can you ban her?
I like the other guy more. Shame Tony. Says Weston.
Wow.
Wait, the other guy, do they mean me or do you mean you want Tyler to
Oh,
come
she
back?
means the Transformers movie.
Oh,
Editing is
okay.
dookie. Not
Okay.
me, because I can't
Okay.
possibly
I was going to
produce
say,
it.
Gotcha.
Tyler's logging in everyone's accounts and is like, this guy sucks. Shout out to Tyler. I miss you, buddy. You're beautiful. and I love
In
you.
today's odd movie news, someone has used AI to turn Lord of the Rings into a Wes Anderson's whimsical fellowship.
Have you seen this trend on TikTok with the
I
Wes
have,
Anderson shit? Yeah.
But I'm intrigued to see that Lord of the Rings films turned into Wes Anderson's whimsical fellowship.
That would be, I'd watch it in horror probably, but I'd watch it.
In horror?
Horror.
Oh, the horror.
What is horror?
It's a word.
Horror.
Horror.
Listen, okay.
Oh shit!
You've never
You know
met
what
my
I
mom, but
forgot
if
to
you
do?
heard, you would. I take after my mom on some stuff, and she's got a New York accent.
Oh shit! Guess what we're doing?
What?
Guess what? Breaking news.
Oh, love it. Okay.
After tonight's live podcast recording,
Yes.
posted to Instagram, will be a link to a screening of The Little Mermaid,
Oh my God.
soon to be seen in theaters.
I thought you were saying like your basement with.
No, exclusive to Popcorn Tribunal. I will post a link to Popcorn Tribunal's Instagram for a screening on Wednesday, May 24th at 7 p.m. to go see The Little Mermaid.
If you guys could know,
Just happened. Like literally breaking news right now.
if you guys could see the behind the scenes on how hard Tony has been hounding people to get us into a screening of The Little Mermaid, it's every screening we've been to in the last like month.
Look at this stuff.
Please never
Isn't
say
it?
how hard and Tony in the same sentence ever again.
How hard was Tony? Every
How
screening
hard
we've
was
been
Tony?
to, the reps are like, "Hey, welcome to the screening for Beau is Afraid," and Tony goes, "Yeah, when's Little
When's
Mermaid?"
Little Mermaid?
It's like, "Oh, are you guys excited for Guardians of the Galaxy?" And he's, "Hey, what
yeah,
about
when's
Little Mermaid?"
Little Mermaid?
Our
So-
our new friend of the show that you just called out, Flick Pick, was like, "Oh, I'm going to Chicago for it," and Tony tweeted back and goes, "Oh, I guess we missed our invite."
We can be your +2. The weird thing is we don't have to go. We don't have to drive 2 hours to go see it. 'Cause
That's
we're
true.
gonna go see it next week.
Are you like really excited for this movie or something?
I am. So The Little Mermaid is probably one of my favorite Disney movies.
Okay.
I love that Jodie Benson is helping to promote the movie, who
Sure.
was the original voice of The Little Mermaid.
Sure.
I have a thing for redheads and shells.
Okay.
So no, but then the other thing is I saw Halle Bailey, who
Yes.
was playing Ariel,
Mm-hmm.
on a TV show Jimmy Fallon does. It's called That's My Jam.
Okay. I thought you were gonna. I was gonna. Do you mean Late Night with Jimmy
Tonight Show
Fallon?
with- No. So she was on That's My Jam with her sister, and she did some singing, and I was like, God, she sounds like the Little
Does she?
Mermaid. She's perfect. So I'm really excited.
Okay.
And then other people are like, ooh, the seagulls swimming underwater. It's like, yeah, because seagulls fucking do that shit.
Yeah. Jokes on you. Seagulls can swim underwater.
Right. So, anyways, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
Live action Disney movies have been hit or miss. I'm
Yeah.
hoping this one's a hit.
I'm excited.
They've
to
got
go
the
see
cast
with you.
for it. I'm excited to see it.
I'm excited to go see anything with you.
Speaking of going to see things with me,
Yes.
have you started playing your little Jedi lightsaber?
Have
What's
I
it called?
started
Jedi
playing?
Survivor?
Do you mean how many times have I beaten it so far? Yeah. No. I've.
See, but that to me, this is where like, why have you beaten it already?
Well, so I
had a
rushed.
dollar.
I kind of like not rushed, but I tried to get through the campaign for last week because it was May the 4th,
Right.
and I wasn't sure if we were going to record or not.
No.
And I had all my Star Wars shit ready to go.
I know, that's why we
I had a
didn't
duffel
record.
bag
I
full of
did not wanna
lightsabers.
embarrass you
I
like
had my
that.
Mandalorian rifle
Yeah.
ready. I had helmets,
Yeah.
everything, and then I got the text, "Hey,
Wait,
we're not recording
helmets
tonight."
plural? Like one for you, one for me?
I have 2 X-wing helmets.
Oh shit.
I have Poe Dameron and Wedge Antilles.
Oh shit.
So you could have,
I could have.
and it fits on my head, so it would fit on
It
your
would
head.
fit
It would
on
look
mine.
comical, though.
Are those from your honeymoon?
Yes.
No,
Just answer the question
no,
truthfully.
no.
Truthfully.
The Princess Leia bikini was.
But also, I mean, the story itself was like, it was like 20, something hours, probably 20
Yeah.
to 25 hours.
I
depending
watched
on-
a couple streamers play it, and
Yeah.
there's some bugs in the game that are kind of funny.
I feel
Like you can fight Darth Vader and he'll do no damage to you.
spoiler alert. Only been out for
It's a
Jesus.
fucking video game. What are you worried about spoilers?
Ruin it for everybody.
That's true.
It's a Star Wars game about Jedis. Is there going to be a Darth character in it?
Maybe it was it had a very rough launch.
Yeah.
There was a lot of I think they've patched it like twice now, and it seems like a lot of it's kind of resolved itself. I still get some bugs though.
I mean, that's the story of a lot of games right now.
that's the story of every game right now.
And
which sucks.
I don't know if it's a factor of let's release a game because people want it so much, or the matter of like social networking. People are going to complain, so we have to fix quicker. You know, like which one is it?
I guess I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of how the state that games release in now lately, and Jedi Survivor is no exception to it. Like I'm obviously a Star Wars shill.
I mean, you just said the state. Let's talk about that, right? The
Yeah.
state of play. I said I kind of wanted to talk about
Yeah.
that. So like, what are you playing right now, and how do you feel about the games that you're currently playing?
Really quick, Dustin asked Tony, does your friend play Destiny 2?
I was about to say the things I've been playing right now are Jedi Survivor and Destiny 2.
Dustin, this
go.
is like class. If you wait a moment, your professor might just answer your question.
Oh, I waited. I didn't. That wasn't an immediate.
Oh, it was
no.
a segue. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mostly what I've been playing for the last little bit here is Jedi Survivor, obviously, and then Destiny 2.
So, Dustin, I will say this. My friend here, Michael Blaha, says to me, hey, man, anytime you see us online, just message us and we'll play. But they're always playing with someone else, so they never have room for me. So I'm still playing Destiny 2 by myself. Thank you very much.
You guys need to have the chat pulled up to see these games. You're getting a lot of questions.
Oh, are we?
Oh my God, Tony, pull up the chat.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Piper, I play Fortnite.
Oh no.
I started playing again recently with my son.
There's actually they did like a Star Wars mode for May the 4th. Not to keep bringing it back to Star Wars, but I will. They did like a Star Wars mode for May the 4th in Fortnite that was supposed to be pretty fun, I thought. But I didn't try it because I don't play Fortnite regularly.
All right. How do I turn the volume down?
It's the volume
The
button.
volume buttons on your
Shut up.
phone.
Shut up,
Grandpa,
both of
are
you
you
guys.
fucking kidding me?
Shut up.
Aren't you like the CEO
Shut
of a
up.
tech company or something?
That's true. Wow.
Okay,
I-
Valorant. I don't play Valorant.
I
There's a reason I don't play
haven't played
Valorant.
Valo for a while.
So why don't you play Valorant?
It was too sweaty for me. Everyone was mean. I couldn't get into it.
So, Valorant for me is. So I always used to complain about TTK, right? Time to kill.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, you're gonna eat 3 clips and you're not gonna die. And then Valorant comes out and they fix the TTK because you get one random fucking shot and you're dead.
Yeah.
And now I hate the random fucking shot that I wanted in every other game.
Yeah.
So I'd rather pump 2 clips into somebody and pump 2.
Yeah, you would.
No, you were fine. You didn't have to stop there.
Okay. In Destiny PvP, I'd rather pump 2 clips into somebody and have them not die. You just want me to pump 2 clips into you, Chris. You filthy boy.
Night, you
So dirty.
freak.
My 13-year-old just goes, "Oh my god."
Leaving my camera turned off for a while.
What a horrible thing. He's like, let's support dad, and they just
Yeah.
tune in. And you've been like, I'm pumping these clips.
Oh, Avery says I'm just bad. Then at least he used the proper "your."
Didn't you
On
just
God.
buy
means
him
on God.
food?
Pardon?
Didn't you just buy food for him, and now he's shit
I
talking
tried
you?
to. I tried to order him food, and the Subway app kicked me out. So I asked Wendy to do it. So Wendy
Long-standing feud.
to order him.
Do we have
Dude, that happened last time, didn't
Yeah,
I?
no,
The
it did.
Subway app, and they charged me and never delivered it.
I felt really bad because I was
I
doing the
don't
order
think
for
they
you.
charged me.
We have
They did. They fucking charged me again.
this season. We have not only
Ugh.
sponsors, but we have anti-sponsors,
Yeah,
and one
fuck
of them
Subway.
is fucking Subway.
Fuck Subway.
Fuck you,
Your
Subway.
app sucks.
I love Subway.
Eat
though.
fresh ass.
No, I'll go for Jimmy John's. You rule.
Ugh.
But yeah, dude, they keep charging me and they never deliver the food, and it's like, what the? Your app is a piece of shit.
I said on the way over here, I was like, this is gonna be the most chaotic episode of this because Sleepy Tony has the most chaotic.
I'm
evil
starting
energy.
to get a little caffeine in me though. So okay.
Anyway, so the
State of play. So
state of
Destiny
games
2
right now.
Jedi Survivor.
So, but that's like those two games together are kind of, I think, a perfect summary of the state of games coming out right now. Because Jedi Survivor,
Yeah.
almost everyone you talk to says beautiful game, looks great, it's so
I think
fun
the
to
character
play.
modeling is terrible.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I think his face, like the face and head is fine, but the rest of his body, his ragdoll physics,
It does kind of move a little weird sometimes.
Yeah.
But like, amazing story. I'll say on the record, I think the Jedi Survivor is the best Star Wars story that exists currently. The campaign for that game blew me away.
Yeah.
Literally made me cry. Playing it multiple points towards the end, I was like tearing up at stuff, and I was like, oh my god, like this is a very intense story. Yeah, I cry at games, movies, books, everything.
Can I just say Dustin is the worst chatter ever for a live stream? He's like, hey man, let's get the boys together and run a raid right now.
Run a raid right now.
I'm recording a podcast.
But
I'm down.
but for everyone talking about Jedi Survivor, it's all these great things they say, and then when someone goes, so should I buy it? And you're like, no, because it's broken to shit. If you're playing on PC, good fucking luck. The game barely runs. Like, I had multiple friends telling me, like, oh, so should I buy it? And I told them not to, because if you don't have a PS5, you're fucked. It didn't work on Xbox when it launched. It didn't work on PC.
Do you
when
have
it
a
launched.
PS5?
I have a PS5. Yeah,
You do. That's
I got lucky and got one like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I got one for Christmas.
And so the same thing with Destiny. Destiny, I think, is more fun than it's ever been. There's more stuff to do. The player count has been up, but the game, they're still running it on a server or on an engine from like 2014. And it shows. Like almost every time I play now, I wind up getting dropped for just randomly. Like how many times now have they released like emergency patches?
What are you playing that you're getting dropped? Are you playing PvP? What are you doing?
Mostly PvE. I don't do PvP a ton in Destiny. But I mean, they just had to do an emergency patch not long ago because there was parts of the new map, Neomuna, the new whole patrol area, that would crash the second you walked into them. Or there was a bug.
I must not play it enough that I don't see.
It was if you had like if you're in like the incursion zone, and there was a lot of like a lot of like entities on the map.
In the incursion zone.
Or just the other day, they had a bug that happened where you could switch out guns in your inventory, but like keep firing while you were in there and just be switching weapons back and forth. And it's like, there's just random stuff like that keeps breaking. And that's so kind of emblematic of what games are like now, where new stuff comes out and it's always just busted.
So I've been playing Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing some Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I re-downloaded Apex Legends. There were some big changes that came in the new season.
Yeah.
And I have like 120,000 legend points.
Fucking brag about
So I had to get in there and buy the new legend because I didn't have to pay for him. I know. I don't know how I have so many legend points. It's ridiculous.
What is this like, humble bragging? Like, I don't know how I got that rich, but
It's legend points. It's not coins.
I guess I'll go spend them.
So the new season's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of fucking cheaters, though. A lot of cheaters.
Apex is always
So the state of play for Apex right now is still not great, right? I really like the PvE stuff that Destiny's doing.
Yeah.
I like the reward system. They fixed that really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I've enjoyed getting some of the new exotics, some of the new missions to get the exotics.
There's a big overhaul coming with the new season.
So with the state of play, I like to use that term because there's fluctuations in how things are going. And there was a period of time where nobody was playing Destiny 2. I didn't touch it for almost a year.
Yeah, the lead up to Lightfall was pretty dead.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're just at a point right now where it just seems like everything new that comes for games comes with something broken.
Yeah, and that's where I was saying earlier. Are they forcing stuff out, or are people just more vigilant about calling out things that are broken?
I mean, I think it's a little bit. I mean, there was definite with Jedi Survivor. It came out that EA offered Respawn more time, and Respawn was just like, "No, we got it. We can release it. As is."
So EA is the distributor.
Yes.
Respawn is the developer.
Is the developer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in a rare EA move, they offered them more time, and Respawn said no. Which is,
I'm like focused now on the film strip that's rolling on the screen.
oh my
God.
god,
Distractions.
you're like a fucking moth.
I know, right? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about movies.
Yes. The foundation of this.
So
podcast.
I'm gonna start with The Pope's Exorcist because we both saw Guardians. You haven't seen The Pope's Exorcist.
I have not seen The Pope's Exorcist yet.
I have a small obsession
Yeah.
No, let's call it a large obsession.
Yeah.
With exorcism movies.
I'm right there with you, dude.
And there's a couple reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
So, growing up a preacher's kid, fairly agnostic, searching and kind of learning about other religions.
Yeah.
Exorcism has always been something that's kind of interesting to me, right? Because God to me is a fictional character. Sorry, right? But God to me is like, you read the Bible, there's this fictional character, this being, right?
Sure.
That's how I personally perceive the Bible and kind of religion is. It's kind of like a fantasy that everyone has,
Sure.
There's people that believe the earth is flat. There's people that believe dragons existed and things like that, right? And they may have. God may have been a real human being, but for me, the Bible reads like a book of fiction.
Sure.
And so when it comes to things like exorcism and people talk about the realism and the real life situations that have happened, that's kind of interesting to me because
that's
from an education standpoint, then it kind of forces you to believe in the whole angels and demons kind of thing.
because
right?
I think when you watch movies like that, whether or not you personally believe in it, a lot of those movies come from a situation where someone did believe in it,
right?
And I think that's part of the scary bit to it, is when you think like, what the fuck was going on that this person was so convinced.
Yeah.
And
but then there's also, situations where people thought that they were inhabited by demons and they weren't.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, women used to be strung up for masturbating, right? Because they thought the demons made them do that. I'm dead serious. It's a thing, man.
know.
Check it out.
You're
walked out here
talking
with the
about a
best
very
time,
relevant tragedy in history, and Chris's face just fucking threw me off.
Hey Chris, if you have any more coffee, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
Barista?
No, absolutely.
Okay. And just so it's kind of different things like that the whole angels versus demons it's kind of cool, and spiritual warfare in itself is kind of cool because it's like, is this shit real?
Yeah, I think it's something that
That's good, thank you.
something that
I'll tip you later.
that Molly and I have talked about when we watch, because we both love exorcism.
Right? The
Culty
Exorcism
kind of
of
movies
Emily
and stuff.
Rose is probably my favorite.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
We love movies like that. And one of the things I talk about a lot when we watch those is, regardless of whether or not you believe in it, how badass do you have to be someone who does believe in it, and you're like, I'm gonna enter that house and I'm gonna fuck that demon up, right? like these dudes are sitting out there. It's like whenever they show the outside, they're like putting on the thing and he's like psyching himself up. I'm like, listen, in a real life situation, this guy believes he's going into that house,
Right?
to fucking,
He's going in to fight a fucking
smack down a
demon.
demon. And
All right.
my God, what
Well,
kind
but
of a
here's the thing
badass.
that I don't know that I like about the movies about exorcism. Every time, Sleepy, cover your ears. Every time the demon tells the priest that he wants to fuck him. Every time. I'm gonna fuck you. And every time. Am I wrong?
Is there not a demon who's just like, I'm just not feeling it tonight. I'm
not in the mood.
The priest is like, what are you gonna
Oh.
do? Fuck me? He's like, I'm not in the mood, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
I just kind of want to take a nap, and you're in here.
So
spraying
it's like,
water.
are they taking
charm?
right? Or are they taking poet and you didn't brush your teeth tonight?
Oh God.
Right. So it's just like what do you think happens to the human soul at death? Jesus Christ, this is a movie podcast.
Who said that?
That's my son. He's like, what do you
Which
think?
which son though?
The
You have many.
20-year-old.
Okay.
happened?
What do I think?
We'll touch on that in a
you
moment.
transcend into the living force.
Well, here's the thing, right? Some people believe in heaven, some people believe in hell, some people
Sure.
believe in purgatory.
Sure.
If you're Mormon, you have your own planet.
That sounds like the coolest one.
I don't know. I mean, it's like, you have to think that if there's a creator that in some capacity put us here on the planet, that maybe there's someplace where we go after we die. Or maybe
Sure.
we're reincarnated.
Where
You
we're
know.
someplace we go where we can podcast for everybody.
Right. We are Gladiator PC in the UK.
That was random.
I know.
What a weird
Just
plug.
plugging a partner. Shut your
They're
face.
they're watching right now, like, no.
No. Let's
No,
pull that partner.
Don't plug there.
This moment of atheism brought
It
to you by.
becomes soul sushi for the universe. Jesus Christ.
Soul sushi, huh?
That was his response.
Okay.
He's responding as us.
I was in the sun all day. It's
He's
not my fault.
representing
But
the brand.
anyways, so back to the Pope's Exorcist. So
Yes.
Ooh, I like Dustin's idea. It's a big car made of cool car people. Oh shit, I won't be there. I'm not cool.
I'm gonna ban Dustin from chatting because he's gonna talk about.
No.
Wait, hold on, Chris. You're a car guy and you brew coffee. Do you do like cars and coffee meetups?
Oh, don't.
The original
that's
name of the
painful,
company
dude.
was Cars and
That's
Coffee.
painful.
Was it?
Yeah.
And then
until
another
some-
company took my name and destroyed
I told you
the
why.
image.
Why?
You didn't tell me till after.
Why? Okay, so anyways, the Pope's Exorcist. So it's based on a true person, and basically this person was the exorcist that had been elevated to his position by the Pope.
Yeah, he was like the
directly,
Pope's
right?
Navy
He
SEAL.
had
exorcist.
a relationship with the Pope.
Yeah.
And so he was like the vice president, right? And the whole concept of it was that the previous Pope's exorcist had gone to do an exorcism and had become inhabited by the demon and continued to perform exorcisms while he was inhabited by the demon until his death. And the demon eventually killed him
Oh.
and inhabited this place, and this family moves in. The demon attaches to the kid. He's like, I need the Pope's exorcist. I'm gonna fuck you. And no, he said that like 3 different times. It was so weird. Mommy, you never breastfed me. It was the weirdest.
Wait, is that a real line?
That's
in
a
the movie?
thing. That's a thing. That's a
hate
thing.
it. Molly, we're gonna watch it later.
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
But no, but the thing about most exorcism movies is there's a single inhabitant, right? There's a single host. But
Sure.
this demon was able to inhabit multiple hosts at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So he took over the son and then the daughter and then one of the priests.
Gotcha.
And eventually I don't know. Long story short, it ended with a collaboration between 2 priests, and it was crazy. But because of the Pope's exorcist connection to the Pope was getting sick during the whole process. It was just crazy how all that stuff worked. And the fact that it was based on a true story is kind of interesting.
It's one of those things where you gotta wonder, like, what happened in real life that they based
Russell
this on?
Crowe riding a Ferrari scooter the entire time of the movie was kind of amusing and things of that sort.
So you
and
like
his Italian was terrible.
Was it as bad as him doing Greek and
Yeah, it was
Thor:
pretty
Love
bad.
and Thunder though?
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
There's like some article I read recently where like Taika Waititi asked him not to do that accent, and he was
And
like,
he still did it.
"Fuck you if you think I'm not gonna do
But
it."
to be fair, it only contributed to the craziness of that movie.
That's true. So you liked it?
Yeah, but I love exorcism movies.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, it
I
could
love
have been
any.
terrible, and I probably still would have loved it.
Did you ever see The Possession, Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Yes.
I like that. That's kind of a fun entry into the exorcism movie thing because it doesn't deal. Usually, exorcism movies are very Catholic.
Yeah.
And The Possession was a Jewish demon. It was a Dybbuk.
Yeah.
I thought that's a fantastic movie. I love
Yes.
that one. We just watched that recently, actually. Like, rewatched it recently.
So instead of saying "I will fuck you," he
Oh,
would
no.
say shit
Careful.
like "I would like locks."
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
No,
No.
Stereotypes.
No.
was that a stereotype?
Stereotypes.
Am I getting
Yeah.
canceled because
Yeah.
of that?
Yeah.
All right, you got to balance it with some Mexican stereotypes.
Oh
No. No. Just
Imagine a
because-
Mexican demon. Hey,
No.
come back to me later, man. I gotta take a siesta.
Oh, there we are.
There we go.
All
For the record, I have 2 L's and a Z in my last name, so
Oh, boy.
no.
right, throw
Can we
some
make
Irish
a-
stereotypes.
I was
at
gonna
me.
say a bald guy joke for the Irish guy in the booth back
Oh,
there.
boy.
I'm also half German, so you can go all the way.
Oh, no. I'm half German, too. Let's not go there. Let's not.
Right.
We don't got to start.
You don't want to
We
eat a
don't-
sausage and
Wait,
meet in the
you were
middle.
half German and half Jewish?
Half German, half Czech.
Oh,
Where did you. What?
I thought you were half Jewish.
No. I'm from New York.
Wow, I can't believe you just said that. Not everyone from New York is Jewish.
No, but a lot of people associate
Blaha.
that New York accent with
Okay.
as being like a Jewish accent.
So I enjoyed that movie. I
Incorrectly.
encourage you
Must
to
have
watch
been
it. I
the
encourage
gorgeous
you to watch it.
circumcision. I don't know.
I mean,
I have a joke about Jewish golfers, but I
Nope.
won't say it.
nope.
Okay.
Nope. I'm canceling you now.
Foreskin.
Nope. All right.
Okay.
Let me get on Twitter real quick and cancel
Cut,
you.
cut it, cut that. cut that.
Cut that. Edit.
That's so weird. Lego just emailed me and said that they're not sponsoring
Oh.
anymore. And
Well, Lego's Austrian. They don't give a shit what we say about Jewish people.
Oh God, it's getting worse.
I'm
oh
so sorry.
no,
Oh, terrible jokes.
we should not have let him on the air this
It's
tired.
the coffee.
We should have
It
made
is
him
the
drink the
coffee.
coffee first and then see what
Okay.
it was like.
Let's talk a little bit about the last movie that you cried in. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, because I was yawning and my eyes
yes,
watered
and
up
your
a little
eyes
bit.
watered. So what's interesting is that, unlike me with Beau is Afraid, you've got very different feelings the farther you get from the screening.
Yeah. I walked out of Guardians 3 pretty happy with it. I thought it was okay. The further out we've gotten,
No. I want to clarify. You loved it. You left and you're like, that was so great, man. I loved it.
I said I liked the first one better, and I liked the second one less. I still maintain that. I still think it's the middle of the three.
Yes.
But it just, I'm still just disappointed with it. The further you get away from it, I don't feel like
you would too if your name was.
Don't look at the chat.
what's going on.
I just responded to Dustin's joke.
I don't feel like the magic's there for Marvel movies for me anymore. Like I feel like ever since Endgame, I just don't feel the same about Marvel movies.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know, because I go back and I watch the older Marvel movies and I get it. Like when I watch the older ones, I'm like, I
Do you think the magic in the filmmaking doesn't exist, or do you think it's you?
I think right now Disney is in kind of a weird place with their two biggest IPs, which are Marvel and Star Wars. And they are very hit or miss with both of those.
Wait, you think Marvel and Star Wars are Disney's biggest IPs?
They're definitely two of their biggest IPs, yeah.
Okay.
Do you disagree with that?
Nope.
No, go ahead. Express your opinion. What are you thinking? Do you think they're not what?
It's fucking Disney.
Uh-huh. Do you not think those are the two of the biggest things they have right now?
Not necessarily.
What would you say is bigger?
Goofy.
When's the last time a Goofy movie came out?
If you listen to each other.
Oh wow, you know the lyrics.
No,
to
I
that.
don't. Those are not the lyrics. And
I-
I have a express fear of Goofy. So
I forgot about that.
yeah, I know.
Wait.
I forgot that.
How did you forget about it? You put pictures of him all over my cube at work.
I did.
Aw.
I forgot that you're legit freaked out by Goofy.
Moving on.
Oh, you are?
Okay, so the two biggest IPs, they're in a weird place.
I think they are, because you get certain stuff with the Marvel.
Are we talking like a DC weird place?
No,
or-
I just think they don't necessarily know, they don't know what to do with themselves. Like the first three phases of Marvel movies were all pretty well loved. Like there were ones in there that people didn't like as much, but they were all very pretty well loved movies. And then once that ended, a lot of people weren't.
Hang on, are you an Ed Norton fan or are you a Mark Ruffalo
I
fan?
said most of them.
Okay, just checking.
And so, but once Endgame happened, a lot of people were like, "Where is this going to go?" And Phase 4, whether or not we like,
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Do you think Tourette's is funny?
no,
Sorry.
no. Oh God.
So,
I mean, no.
speaking of Ed Norton, do you remember that
Absolutely.
movie called Motherless Brooklyn that he directed?
no,
No?
no.
So his character in Motherless Brooklyn is a New Yorker, but he's got Tourette's.
Okay.
And when Tyler and I went to see this movie, it was a fairly empty. I mean, there were people in there,
Sure.
and they got pissed. I thought it was a comedy. I was laughing every time something Tourette's happened. I find Tourette's
Oh no!
Amazing.
Don't finish that sentence. Oh, God.
amazing. And so I feel like you're watching The Bronx Tale, but the lead character has Tourette's. So it was a great movie. It was
man.
funny. And these people got so pissed off at me because I could not stop laughing.
Oh, Chris, we're in trouble, buddy. We've put our faces.
To be
onto this
fair,
too
I
much.
told that story the other night. Sober, no caffeine. It's a thing, man. To me, Tourette's is I understand it's a real thing, right?
Oh no, you're making it sound real bad now.
No. I understand it's a thing, right? Like Louis Capaldi and Uncle Tix. Jesus, Uncle Tix. But it makes me laugh. And to
that's
be
awful.
fair, there are many people right now who are creators and all that fun stuff.
Sure.
Who are taking advantage of the fact that people find it funny.
There is like I think there's.
I mean, if I sat here and said, "Hey man, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3," and you cried in the middle of it, and then went, "Suck your mom's tit," that's funny. See?
I need a piss jug.
Oh
in
my
here.
god, this is awful. We never should let you
And
on.
we're
tonight.
canceled forever.
Yeah, no, we're for sure. Gladiator PC. I'm so sorry.
We gained a subscriber during this show, and now
They're gone.
It's
They
gone.
are out of here.
Okay. Anyways,
Thanks for trying, subscriber.
So no, I don't think Tourette's is funny. I understand there are a lot of creators now who like Sweet Anita on Twitch.
I
Take
don't
a
think
moment
that
to
Tourette's,
acknowledge
the
all of
disease,
our
is funny.
sponsors.
I think the way that Tourette's has been portrayed in movies and in influencers and things of that sort, I find it amusing.
And in fairness, a lot of people,
Does that clarify it a little bit?
I guess, a lot of people who have Tourette's speak out about how it is portrayed in movies because it's portrayed as a comedic thing. So it is a lot of times.
But they also, a lot of, like Uncle Tix has his own podcast, and he says that he thinks it's funny.
I mean, yeah.
But he wants people to understand that those tics are painful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? So I feel that. I understand that. I'm not saying
Sure,
that it's
sure,
not
sure,
a terrible disorder.
Oh yeah.
But like,
Oh yeah, no, you phrased it horribly. If we had a bigger audience, you'd be clipped to hell right now. Luckily, I don't think my
hey.
mom knows how to do that.
there's no such thing as bad PR.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true at all.
That's not
So I'm
true.
going to be starting my own podcast. Find me on there. What the fuck were we even talking about before you went off on this?
You were talking about how.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I said
Let me
Ed
try to
Norton and
salvage
Mark
this.
Ruffalo.
So
Broken for.
Hey, is your mom still listening?
yeah, but I don't think
Watching?
she's in chat.
Hi, Mom.
Anyway, oh god,
You don't have any family members with Tourette's, do you?
no.
Okay, good.
Not that I know of. I think Jesus
Just
Christ.
listening to Chris in our headphones is killing me.
If I know he's not going to switch it to himself, but Chris is red as fuck right now.
And he's a pasty white boy.
Yeah, no, he is.
I was in the sun all day. That's
Oh,
what it
that's
is.
true.
He is currently 2 of the different Irish flag pillars. I think, especially following some of the louder uproar about the sequel trilogy, Disney doesn't know what to do with their bigger IP. And they're worried about doing anything that will kind of trigger the angry chud mob to come after them again.
Jesus Christ.
Also, listen, that's what I'm happy to offend angry online bigots. I don't give a shit about that. Fuck you.
I can't say that I find the way the Tourette's is portrayed in media hilarious.
I think
and you can
there's
talk about SJWs by calling them chuds.
Well, no, chuds are the like bigot racist people who are like, there's a woman in my movie. I don't want to see that. That's a chud.
You're going to use the term
Oh
chomo
my God.
next?
No, God no.
Okay.
God no. I think Disney is worried about offending that side of the fandom because they're loud and they're vocal and they cause a lot of uproar around their movies.
Chuddum?
Juddum, yeah.
Gotcha.
But then they also want to. They
I think I
still
just shot a booger out of my nose on that one.
they still want to have these more inclusive storylines because that's the stories they're trying to tell, and so they kind of start treading these lines that are very confusing with their movies and their shows, and it just feels very directionless now.
Do you feel like they're... I hate to use this term because I just watched a TikTok about how bad of a term this is. They're trying to be woke with their movies.
I fucking hate the way people use that term now.
It's become a slur.
It's become
It's a universal
Oh,
slur.
it is a slur.
It's
if you
also
think of
this-
the way that it was originally used.
Yeah, it's also a thing that people don't, whenever here's a pro tip. If someone in an online comment section tells you a movie is woke, that probably just means they hate women and black
Here's
people.
a pro term. If someone is white and uses the term woke,
They suck.
they suck.
If
It is
someone
not it is not a white term, but I used it because that's kind of the term that people are using still, unfortunately, to explain like, oh, they put two gay people kissing in their movies. They're just trying to be woke, right?
Yeah, what they mean by that is
All the bad words that they're not really allowed to say.
Correct.
Is what they mean.
Yes.
Exactly. I think Disney is still worried about upsetting the crowd that uses terms like woke.
Yet they still film movies in China.
Yeah, which is a big problem.
Right.
But then they also still want to make those kind of stories. So they wind up doing the most bland kind of very directionless shit. And I think that started to infect these like
Where do you
newer
think
Marvel
the directionless
movies
shit started?
after Endgame? Honestly,
So you think the Ten Rings was directionless?
well, so I think there's definite stuff that stands out in Phase 4. Like I liked Shang-Chi.
Black Widow.
Black Widow was a little boring, I think. I think it's probably just came out the wrong time though. It should have come out in Phase 3.
Okay.
I did like Shang-Chi.
The Eternals.
I did like the Eternals. But see, those are movies that had people behind them who didn't give as much of a shit about who they were like about offending
Right,
a
because
certain
they got
crowd.
to make the movie that they wanted to make.
And I liked those movies, and there's no
So
coincidence.
you think that movies that the reins were handed to people and they were let to do their thing
yes.
have kind of turned you off to the MCU?
No, I like those projects more. Like I like Shang-Chi and like the Eternals felt like they were less afraid to offend a certain crowd of
Right.
online bigots with their movie. But there's also just it feels like in addition to that kind of a lack of story direction. Phase 4 didn't really go anywhere story-wise. And the Phase 5 movies we've seen so far, Quantumania and Guardians 3, I don't really feel like went anywhere either.
Oh, I disagree. Quantumania, I agree. Guardians 3. I think Guardians 3 was the perfect closure of that chapter.
I think it was a good closure to the Guardians story, but I missed the kind of overall connection that you used to get in like the older Marvel movies. And it just leaves me still feeling like I don't know where they're going.
Do you think that Peter not having the connection with Gamora, like that emotional connection throughout the movie not existing, kind of...
I don't so much know about that. I think that was
Because
actually
I thought
kind
the
of
connection between Floor and Teef and Rocket and Lila...
Yeah.
Right? I thought that brought in that emotional connection.
Yeah. And I will say...
But then it was tragically destroyed.
Yeah, kind of touched on that part of the movie. Guardians 3 is not a kid-friendly movie.
No, God, no.
You got to be real careful about how old someone is before you take them to that movie, because that was shocking to me in some points. And so there's stuff I think it did right. I think it closed out the Guardian story pretty well.
What was the bad guy's... What was his name?
I couldn't tell you.
The bad guy, man, because to me, he's one of the best villains,
Do you think?
I think, in the MCU.
I didn't think he was... I thought he was pretty high middle of the road when it comes to like villains.
It's the high something or other. Oh, what was his name?
Yeah, I honestly...
Christopher, can you look that up for me?
I wish I could remember, but I can't.
The who what?
The bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
But I think like while it closed out the Guardians story pretty well, and I think everyone was entertaining in it. There was still just something I felt like, I was kind of disappointed with. It felt like another Marvel movie that isn't connecting back to a big narrative, and I want to know where they're going now. Because what was
Did
special?
you think the F word was fitting?
It was perfect.
Yeah,
they actually did nail that. It was in the most unexpected part of the movie, but it was.
Dude,
perfect.
I look fucking jacked.
You look good today, bro.
Dude, no, like I just did this and I saw myself. I look fucking jacked.
You are
yo.
I
added a filter.
Look at this shit. I look jacked as shit, bro.
Look, all right.
I'll take it. That's good.
But now you're never gonna stop sitting like this. Good Lord.
Jesus Christ. Take the caffeine away.
Yeah. So I just wish there was more of an overarching story going back into Marvel. Because I felt like that was part of what was really special with the first 3 phases.
Well, so everything in the first 3 phases linked.
Yes.
Everything in the first 3 phases continued. And now people are complaining that it feels like they're trying to make them continue. You know?
And nothing feels like it actually, like looking back on Phase 4, even with movies that I liked in it, it doesn't feel like anything really changed in the universe. There was some setup, there were some new heroes introduced, but it doesn't feel like anything of consequence happened, really.
Yeah.
And in some cases, I kind of liked it. Like there was some, I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where it showed
the high evolutionary. Thank you.
There you go. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier focused on the world like recovering, but it feels like some of these movies just ignore that anything even happened.
Chris, you know you have a microphone. You didn't have to text.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Good Lord. And I think that's the same thing has been happening with some of the Star Wars projects lately too, that they don't know where they want
I'm
to go with
excited
it.
about the project with Daisy.
Yeah, the new. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so fucking excited about that
Yeah.
because I think that it kind of shows to me.
It's just more young Jedi for Darth Vader to kill.
Yeah, it that kind of shows to me that they're at least and Kathleen Kennedy kind of had a statement she came out with recently with like an update on some of the movies coming out.
Yeah.
And she was saying like, you know, whether or not you like it, Rian Johnson's getting a Star Wars trilogy, which I'm so excited
I'm
for.
excited
I
about
loved
that.
Last Jedi.
The thing that I like about that though is the writing and the filmmaking that Rian Johnson does.
Yes.
If they give him that freedom in the Star Wars universe, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
The things that he did with the Knives Out universe, I'm like, yeah.
And that to me kind of shows that they're maybe getting back on the right track where they're caring less about like there's always going to like we've said the white people who say woke crowd are never going to be pleased with them. They're always going to find something to be mad about. There's always going to be a woman in a movie. There's always going to be someone who's not white in a movie, and they're always going to hate that.
Bud Light in the future.
They're always going to be mad about Star Wars Bud Light or something
Bud
like
White.
that.
Bud White.
And so
Chud White. Sorry.
I think them bringing back Daisy Ridley and going back to the sequel era proves
Dude,
that
I
they're
really hope that
John Boyega.
John Boyega signs.
Rumor is
they're talking to him. I mean,
it sounds like him and
that's
Oscar Isaac
confirmed.
are close. And there was rumor around the time that there was rumors Daisy Ridley was going back to like have meetings with Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm just going there for lunch. Like, okay. Around that time, there was rumors that Adam Driver was talking at Lucasfilm, and so he could be making an appearance again.
Yeah. There's rumors of him for the Fantastic Four as well.
Oh yeah, it's Reed Richards.
Along with Margot Robbie as Sue.
I had not heard that part of that.
Yeah,
I've heard about him,
so
but not Margot Robbie.
That'll be
but-
interesting.
I still have hope for Marvel movies. I still enjoy them, but I still there with a lot of them recently, it's been like I walk away and I feel like kind of a lingering disappointment the further out we get from them. Even Wakanda
Sounds like
Forever,
my
part of
marriage.
it was like it wasn't. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I didn't feel like it had the same.
No, I liked Wakanda Forever.
I love Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
but it's still just something keeps feeling like. I think that one's kind of a weird exception though, because the part that's
I
missing
feel
is
like they
Chadwick Boseman.
fridged the Queen, even though it was 3/4 of the way through the movie.
Yeah.
That was a definite fridge. Like,
Yeah.
it was not necessary.
No,
Yeah.
but so yeah, I still have hope for him, but just a little cautious hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are you most excited for coming out?
Man, Oppenheimer.
Dude, I'm so excited for that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very stoked for Oppenheimer. I'm really stoked to go watch The Pope's Exorcism now hearing you talk
Yeah.
about it, but I don't know. What's on your radar? What
Other
have you
than
got?
Little Mermaid.
Other than Little Mermaid, which I've never met someone who's so excited about a Little Mermaid movie as
Sorry.
you've been the last
it's
couple
a thing,
weeks.
man. For someone that hates animated movies, that's a pretty big deal. Gran Turismo, I'm kind of
That
excited
does
about
look.
that.
I kind of keep forgetting about that one, but that trailer you sent me was really cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Fast X, of course, it's kind of a guilty pleasure, right?
I do love the Fast.
That's
movies.
coming out sooner rather than later. We'll probably have some screening passes for that
Yeah,
too.
where's our invite to that
So
one? Huh?
make sure you're following us on Instagram because that's where all this stuff will
Yeah.
be. Tony
Instagram.
offered to cover your last. Man, will you stop? I'm gonna ban you.
What did he say?
I'm gonna. Oh, he has to get us to 1,000 subs. Okay, yeah. You get us to 1,000 subs, I'll cover your last year of car payments. That's fair.
Who's getting us to these 1,000 subs?
Dustin,
Huh?
I don't know.
Make it happen.
Yeah, so Oppenheimer, I'm really looking forward to that. The new Into the Spider-Verse movie. Can't wait for that.
Across the Spider-Verse.
I want to see the new Eternals movie, which I think is 2024.
Yeah.
Blade, they halted production for a little bit, but I think they're back underway.
Yeah.
I'm excited. 30 Seconds to Mars is putting on a new album.
Are they?
Like
Jared Leto
I'm not
getting
a
his cult to
massive
help out
fan
with
of
that?
Jared Leto as an actor. Like
Yeah.
I think he's good.
yeah, no, I
whatever.
like their music.
But man, I'm a big 30 Seconds to Mars fan. So
Yeah.
so it's there's stuff out there, but for me probably the biggest one is Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, there's going to be delays in a lot of stuff because we're remiss that we haven't talked about the writer's strike yet, but there's going to be a lot of delays
Well,
with the
I mean,
writer's
that's
strike.
part of the conversation to have. So, the biggest thing is it's kind of weird, right? Because you want to support the writers by watching the work that they've done.
Sure.
But at the same time, you don't want to go to Netflix to do it because
Yeah.
Netflix are the,
Exactly.
it's you're torn and it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I've seen a lot of representatives from like WGA come out and say like, they are not specifically at this time calling for people to boycott the streamers.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, did you see that Imagine Dragons played like an acoustic set for the WGA strikers?
aren't those people suffering enough on the picket line
Someone
now? Imagine
posted a
Dragons.
pic-
is
Someone
playing
posted a
them.
picture and said that Netflix paid Imagine Dragons to come out so that the writers would stop striking.
What is this? What is it like? What is this like? Is this like in Cuba? Like they're just blasting music?
Oh, man, it was terrible. I feel bad because I mean he meant well, but
it's Imagine fucking
it was
Dragons.
pretty funny. So the cool thing though is that you see people like Brett Goldstein and Jimmy Fallon and Pete Davidson and people that are members of the WGA not working specifically because they want to support their fellow members. And Pete Davidson has this new show, Bupkis, on Peacock that's supposed to be great. It's got Joe Pesci in it, and but like he's right there along with them.
Yeah.
So.
I will say though, in addition to that though, partially fuck you, Jimmy Fallon, because he did a bunch of his staff came out and said like, yeah, he canceled the show, but he's also canceling their pay and benefits until the strike resolves, which no other late night host is doing, including James fucking Corden. So when you're looking worse than James Corden,
to be fair, James Corden's show doesn't exist anymore.
that's fair. Oh, I thought he still had a little bit going. I thought he still.
No, his last show was.
I don't watch late night
couple weeks
TV
ago.
a lot. Seth Meyers, however,
Yeah, because you go to bed at 7:30. You
do go to bed
75-year-old man.
could have been fairly early. But yeah, no, there have been a lot of actors who've been coming out to support, which I think is great. I do want to say unequivocally, I'm all about it. I'm all about this strike. I support it.
Yeah, I mean, I
fully.
believe that writers make everything that we watch.
Yeah.
Right? If it's not for writing, then
Yeah, no,
you're
I think
watching silent movies.
if you're not supporting this strike, you have no media literacy to know like what you're watching and how it's made. Like,
Well, and isn't it true that after the writer's strike ends, isn't there usually a SAG strike?
Well,
there?
there's actually talk about the Screen Actors Guild striking while the WGA is striking as well.
I thought they usually
Yeah.
waited until there was some type of resolution, then they, rework
I'm
their
just telling you
contracts.
what I heard today. So,
do you think that?
but here's the interesting thing: Dax Shepard is a WGA member.
Yeah.
and he's continuing to record his podcast.
Does that really?
That's
Does that
different.
count though?
I
Like,
don't know.
You don't have.
I
that
mean,
doesn't-
we definitely don't have writers.
no, because if we did, the middle half of this fucking show tonight wouldn't exist.
I don't believe podcast production is union
Maybe we
related.
should get some writers.
Whoa,
Are you-
whoa.
I feel like Blaha's embarrassed to be on this podcast now.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
This is a
embarrassed
quality
about it.
production.
There's,
I'm sorry that I find
No, don't
Tourette's
say it again.
funny.
Don't say it
I'm
again.
sorry.
that's not making it better. That's not making it better. That's
Yes, Dustin, if you get us 2,000 subs, I will buy a big turbo kit for your Ford Mustang.
make it happen. What's the deadline? on that?
2,000 subs.
What's the deadline? How
It
long has
just
he got?
gets us to 2,000 subs.
So, but question for you: do you think that a Writers Guild / SAG strike will have the same effect now as it did in 2007 with how everyone just watches YouTube?
I think YouTube is dying.
Do you?
Yeah.
Thank God we're streaming on YouTube.
Well, I think let me clarify. I think YouTube for short form videos is dying. I
Sure.
think YouTube for long form videos is dying. I think YouTube for streaming, I think we're going to start seeing YouTube productions like movies and shows
Okay.
and things of that sort.
like that Jake Paul one.
Logan Paul.
Was that Logan Paul?
Logan did that, yeah.
The bad movie though.
It was terrible. But kudos to Logan. He got paid $2 million to do it, right?
I don't know
So,
if I'm willing to kudos that man, but I see what you're saying.
oh Jesus Christ! There was
right here.
another YouTuber that discovered a body in the middle of the woods.
That was his brother.
No. This was just a couple weeks ago. It was not a Paul kid, and the floodwaters had receded, and he found the body, and he showed the body, and nobody canceled his ass.
Really?
Yeah,
They should.
yeah, and it didn't blur anything out. It was crazy.
They should cancel him
Yeah.
for that. Hell,
So-
Jesus Christ.
Do a 2.7 twin turbo swap. Jesus, will you stop?
That's if you get us 5,000.
I can't help it.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with you on the. I mean, obviously, the reason we do this show is because we're allowed to have differences of opinion.
It wouldn't be fun if we always saw everything exactly the same.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. When we go see movies and we're walking out, we'll make a general comment and then we're like, save it. Right?
Yeah.
Let's have this conversation later. There's a couple of reasons we do that. One, because initial feelings change.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I thought Beau is Afraid was fucked up, but now Beau is Afraid is like probably one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And you're days away from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and you're like, wasn't that great?
Yeah.
And that's okay. And that's why we do this.
I would still call it a 3
And
out
you
of
don't
5.
think Tourette's is funny.
I don't.
find it hilarious.
I don't for sure.
Okay.
Good Lord. There is a tweet in Storm income. I don't know. We're not big enough.
I was
for
going to
that.
say, the 3 people who read our Twitter.
Get this out of your system now.
Before I start tweeting about it.
Make sure, you know what? We don't need to post this on the channel.
I'm just going to post a poll on the Popcorn Tribunal Twitter.
No, don't do that either.
Motherless Brooklyn, comedy or nah?
Don't do that either. Jesus Christ. You can just, Chris, once this is over, can you just delete this from the channel?
Absolutely.
Cool.
What do you mean?
We're gonna need some heavy editing in the middle there. It's just gonna go from Tony going, "Are you an Edward Norton fan?" to me going, "So anyway."
Have you listened to any of the first 4 seasons of this podcast?
No, I have.
There was an episode where we said the word cunt 27 times.
I'm cool with that.
I need a ding button every time someone says cunt.
I'm brain broken on that one though, because Molly thinks that word's hilarious. And so she says it a lot.
Molly thinks cunt is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think Tourette's, as it's portrayed in the media, is hilarious.
Okay. I'm glad at least that you're
Hey, can you trim a clip where I say that I think Tourette's, as it's portrayed in the media, is hilarious? And I'm going to tweet that shit at Louis Capaldi, and I guarantee you he agrees with me.
Oh, boy. I do think part of the problem...
By the way, that documentary of his on Netflix, oh my God. Heart-wrenching.
Is it?
I felt for, because he thought it was a mental health thing. Like, he thought he was like on edge.
Oh shit.
And you could just see it starting to break him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not funny.
Yeah, no. I think that the important distinction to make is that a lot of media that portrays it as something funny is not doing justice to people who really suffer with.
Yeah, but then you have people like Billie Eilish and Louis Capaldi who come out and show you that side of it.
Billie Eilish have?
Oh yeah.
I actually didn't know Louis Capaldi did either, honestly, so.
Yeah. People thought he was like on drugs. He's like, no, I have fucking Tourette's, man.
That's so fucked. Like, imagine seeing that. People are like, he must be high again. It's like,
he's
no,
a
man.
rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways. All right, so Popcorn Tribunal on Instagram in the next 10 minutes. Passes for The Little Mermaid will be going up. They will go fast. So jump on there, grab your passes.
Is it limited to the indie area or?
It is limited to the Indianapolis area, unfortunately. However, you can go to gofobo.com, enter your zip code, and it will show you if there are any screenings in your area.
Or if you want to come visit Indy, come see Little Mermaid with us.
Check out our friend at the Flick Pick. You can find him on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. Tell him we sent you his way. Check out our friends at puppandthepepper.com, coffeedudescoffee.com. Visit our website and check out our partners page. Show them some love.
Oh, are we ending the show?
What?
Are we ending?
We're getting there.
Has he not said enough, Chris?
I just need to know when to start the music.
We're running out of
I mean, you could gently start the music.
Gently.
And cue the music.
And
I'm in charge here, bitch.
And cue the music.
And cue the music. Oh,
it's not that
and
simple.
And cue the music.
No. Okay, wait. And
cue the music. No.
Nope, didn't have that time.
Anyways, so check out our Instagram.
Yeah, cue the music.
There, cue the music. No. Cue the laugh track. No.
Nope.
Yeah, check out Instagram for your Little Mermaid movie passes.
Yep.
There you go. Put the Coffee Dudes Coffee logo up there. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, family of mine and of Blaha's, for coming in and watching the stream tonight. We really appreciate you guys. What?
Are we ending?
We're getting there.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. We lost recording.
He just turned on the stream and was...
Our doppelgangers are in the
Hang
other
tight.
room recording.
Hang tight.
We just had a logic crash.
Dustin just texted me and said, "You're welcome."
You're welcome for what?
3, 2, 1.
Can we talk now?
We good? What's going on?
Yeah, we're back.
All right.
And we're back. Sweet. So we've got some movies.
And cute.
Wayfinder Beta.
All right, there it
There's
is.
some more Wayfinder Beta stuff coming out. So check out Wayfinder. Some really cool
Fighting
games.
me.
Diablo 4 is coming out soon in
Yeah.
June. I'm excited. There's some really cool stuff happening. So
If anyone wants to play Destiny 2 with me, let me know.
he won't play with you. He will just talk
No,
about
I
it.
play with almost everybody.
Yeah,
There's only
except
a
for
few
me.
people I don't play with.
Make sure you go to popcorntribunal.com and show some love to Jeffrey's reviews.
Yeah.
Jeffrey is a kid that I've known since he was a child. He writes some great reviews. He just wrote a great review for Guardians of the Galaxy.
A kid
3.
you've known since he was a child.
Shut up, man.
Now he's like an older kid, though. I
I'm gonna
love
spill
Jeffrey.
some almond
Jeffrey's
milk
great.
on your brand new table.
Jeffrey,
Oh.
if you happen to watch this, man, you're awesome. I love you.
Yeah, he writes some great reviews. So I'm hoping eventually we can maybe get him on some local news channels and stuff too to talk about the movies because he's a good kid.
Oh, I thought you'd say get him on the podcast. You're already replacing me?
No, we're not getting him on the podcast. He doesn't like to talk. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
So you're going to put him on the news.
Right, yeah.
Well, that's
All right,
the
well,
end of the
I'm going to try and drive home, so have a great night. Bye, guys.
Toodles.
If I die on the drive home after this episode we just recorded, that
I know, right? Talking about Tourette's.
You were.
Muting you now.
Oh boy.
You hadn't muted us yet?